Let me start with the opportunities in it. The reason I'm so bullish on esports wagering is because if you're better, your sport's better. You There's a supply side issue to it, right? Which is what is there to bet? You wake up on a Tuesday morning. Here we are on a Friday. There's not a whole lot of things to bet on from a global basis of sports. Esports is definitely going to solve that issue, right? Because at any given moment, in any given day, there can be and will be an esports competition going on that people can wager on. So when I think about the opportunity of esports wagering, that's the piece I go to, right? Just it's an endless supply of content to bet on, which other sports just don't have for lots of reasons. The other piece that I'm excited about, and I think is going to lend itself well to wagering, is that it's an entirely digital sport. Right, it's the only entirely digital sports. So you're not going from some sort of analog data collection into this is one free throw of data. And so that lends itself to in-play betting, all kinds of things, dynamic betting, lots of different types of betting, et cetera, et cetera. So those are the things that it has going for it. I would say that the challenges, right, are in the United States. I'll talk about. Let's begin with the licensing, the world of licensing, state by state approach to sort of approving rules, et cetera, et cetera. Um, the group of people in a state, let's just pick any state, right, who are making up the rules or governing the wagering in that particular place are generally speaking, maybe even definitively speaking, not gamers, right? They know American football and they know basketball, and they have no problems with those sports because they understand the sports, they understand the way they work. But when you're talking about League of Legends and you have a 50-something-year-old man in a you pick the state, right?
Mhm.
And you're talking to him about League of Legends, his eyes glaze over, her eyes glaze over. They don't know how the sport is played. They don't understand the sport. Therefore, they don't really trust the sport, et cetera, et cetera. So that is one of the biggest impediments, is that
Hmm.
there just aren't that many people who can watch League of Legends, understand it, and sort of appreciate it. So that's scary for a lot of these legislatures, right? So that's A. B is that you have an integrity issue, right? And the integrity piece is tied to the first piece, right? Which is if you don't understand the sport and you don't trust the sport, and then you're sort of you integrity is the biggest part of betting, right? Because without integrity, there is no bet. Those two things, are just tied together. Ask Las Vegas, right? The way Las Vegas became Las Vegas because they made a legitimate game, right? So the esports piece, there's just fear that there's not legitimacy there. That's A. The other piece to that is you have an awful lot of scraping going on, third-party computer
Hmm.
vision, data gathering, et cetera, which I would argue is the wrong way, right, to provide data for the esports wagering, and it's something that these folks are just uncomfortable with, right? Because this data is coming in and is only being collected by what's on the screen as opposed to what's going on, because that's the whole point of computer vision, right? And as a result, there's a gulf there. So I'm very bullish. One of the reasons I'm so bullish on grid is because I believe that the state by state, right? New Jersey will probably be the first one, that they're going to move in the direction of mandating first party data. And I think that's a good thing. And I think that is one of the things that's going to dramatically change the
Hmm.
trajectory of esports wagering.